All right. What is going on, Fins Nation? Oh wait, no, just kidding. This is a real estate related video. But today is draft day, so I put on. This is when I don my Dolphins jersey for the year and watch the draft kick off the season, I guess. But we still have months before the game even starts. But I like to watch the draft, first few picks, and then our pick, first and second usually, and then I kind of stop. And go to bed because it's usually late and boring.
The Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan.
I'm here to talk to you today about owner-occupied properties. I'm a realtor here along the Space Coast, and we're also owner-occupied investors, so I figured I'd share some of the things that we know and what we do. Well, let's first talk about the different types of investing. There's flips, everybody's heard of that. It's like number one, super popular, right? Buy a property, put a lot of money into it, sell it for more, making money. That's short term. We're really focused long term. BRRRR, that's BRRRR, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. It's great for scaling. There's some neat mortgage and financing programs out there to allow you to do that, and then you refinance at the back end of it, and sometimes put some money in your pocket, put some equity in there, some cushion between the rental and the mortgage rate. Not doing that, talking to that too much today, but there's some similarities with BRRRR, and there's some of that that we can apply into owner-occupied investing as well. And then there's just general long-term rentals and short-term rentals, Airbnbs, things like that. But what we're specifically talking about today is owner-occupied, and generally that means buying a property where you live in part of that, or like a duplex, triplex, or quadplex where you live in one unit and rent the other ones out. But it also applies to a single family or a single townhouse or a single condo. If you buy it and you live there, you're occupying the unit. So technically owner-occupied is just buying a property you live in, but it's also a form of investment. Your first home is a property you're buying. Really the methodology here though is you buy a property, you live in it, you fix it up a little bit, and then you move on to another property. Usually the terms for FHA and VA, and I'll get into that too, is a year that you have to occupy the property before you can move and rinse and repeat that process. But it's a great way to get into real estate investing. Another thing key to owner-occupied financing is cash flow. This is a long-term investment. You are looking for equity and income to cover your expenses as a minimum, okay? And especially if you're doing low or no money down, because you're probably mortgaged up to the hilt and you're not gonna be able to get rental rates that kind of equal that or come close to that, but you can, that's what you're looking for, right? So what we target is properties that will generate enough income based on the rental market at the time that we begin to rent it, to cover our PITR, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Income grows over time. Rental rates go up, inflation occurs. So years down the road, especially if you can refinance or mortgage rates drop, take advantage of that and refinance, get a lower payment. Now your difference between rental rate and your mortgage payment are a lot different, a lot better. And over time your rental rates go up, so that difference becomes greater too. So it's not the immediate goal. The immediate goal is to get into something that's going to build that long term, and then the equity side or the asset side. You're looking for a property that's going to grow in value. Simple as that. You're finding a location or a home in a neighborhood that has the most potential for growth and value. So what are the advantages? Like I mentioned, low or no money down options, financing, FHA or VA, as long as you live there for a year. There's other house hacking potential there. You can, if you're renting out a portion of the property to other people, they're paying a portion of your mortgage, but you made a larger investment, so you're earning more over time. Easier financing. It's actually really easy to get a VA loan. It's relatively easy. It's relatively, I'm talking about mortgages here, nothing's easy, right? But FHA financing is relatively easy with good credit and those things. You don't need great credit, you just need good. There's tax benefits. Not diving into that. I'm not a tax guy. I hand a bunch of stuff to somebody else, they do it for me. And there's a built-in learning curve. Since you're doing this owner-occupied one at a time, you're not going out and buying 12 properties, right? If you have that kind of money, you're probably not listening to me anyways. And some words of advice, right? Number one, don't push it. If you're going to do owner-occupied investing, take your time, start small, work your way up. scale. If 3 properties are too much for you to handle, that's where you stop. What worked last year might not work this year. That's probably the most important thing, and I've seen this happen, and I'm guilty of this too. I have to remind myself on a daily basis to say, what is the market doing? Because you get into I'm talking to clients all the time, you start saying, oh, the market's doing this, oh, the market's doing that, oh, the market's doing, and you say the same thing over and over again because you're talking so much. The market's changed since you started that conversation 12 clients back. So I'm always every day checking to see what the market is doing. What works in a different location might not work in that location. So that's really important too. So don't push it. Every deal is different. Treat it like such. Goals are required, but plans should be flexible. Okay, so set your goals. If your goal is 10 doors in 10 years, let the market decide. Your financial situation will decide. Maintenance matters. So you don't have to be an expert at fixing houses, and don't have to do roofs and floors and fences and all that stuff. But the more you know, a little cheaper it's going to be, but it costs you time doing it too, right? So there's advantages to hiring somebody. We're kind of a mixed bag. I don't do anything crazy heavy, but I'll do minor repairs. I service my AC, but I won't replace a compressor, an evaporator, or anything like that. But if you need to hire somebody to do it, but consider that in your cost basis, right? The more you can do, the better off you're going to be. And there's some tools out there to help you as well. We just started using TurboTenant, which is a tenant management system. You can send rents out, they pay, security deposit, tracks leases, tracks maintenance. They can contact you for service. I always just have them call me, but it's all in that app. Spreadsheets, I use a lot of spreadsheets. Also going to show you that here. Spreadsheets are great. I've created a few that I built from other people's Excel sheets and added and changed and tweaked, but you can track your NOIs, your CapEx expenses. You can do like math. Is it worth it to buy it? Again, don't be rigid on spreadsheets. I use it as kind of a numbers game. It's all about math, right? But there's a lot going on that's more abstract, right? That's less tangible from an investment standpoint that the spreadsheet's not going to show you. So it's a combination of tangibility and looking at the neighborhood and knowing it's right. Another thing too, anybody's investing without looking, I just don't know how they do that, but there's people that do that. But no, you get boots on the ground. So bigger pockets for communication and communities. Bigger Pockets has been around for a long time. They've commercialized pretty significantly since they started, but there's still a lot of good resources out there, good forum conversations. Reddit, I use Reddit every morning, every night, just people talking about how their experiences, and people are more sharing. It's anonymous, so people share their worst case scenarios they've had and how they messed up, or tenant nightmares, things like that, things to avoid. And you get a good consensus of what to do and what not to do through there. Me, I'm here for you. If you're local, I thrive on people doing the same thing we're doing, and I want to help you do that. If you're not in the local area, comment below, ask questions, get the conversation started. I'm happy to help. I think real estate is one of the best investment vehicles for anybody. I wish I'd been doing this years and years and years ago. Thank you.